Right now at 6, inside the investigation, how DNA cracked a 50-year-old Wisconsin cold case.
Plus, get set for a kink in your commute, the streets closing, and for how long.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozorowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. New details in a 50-year-old Wisconsin cold case.
Today we learned how DNA was used to lead police to the man they say confessed to Mary Chaleas' murder. It comes as he's being held on a $1 million cash bond.
News 8 Now's Grace Monk is live in Menominee. Grace.
Ken and Emily, Mary Chaleas' family appear to feel a sense of relief today, and that's all thanks to a college in New Jersey. Investigators collected DNA and witness statements at the crime scene but had no leads, leaving the case unsolved for 50 years. That changed when Ramapo College in New Jersey offered to help using investigative genetic genealogy, or IgG. Ramapo College ran DNA through public ancestry sites to develop family trees, providing Dunn County with several leads.
We build up the family tree to identify common ancestors. From there, we descend the tree using the same kinds of publicly available records and tools until we find the place where the subject may fit into the family tree.
Investigators followed leads for 2 years before arresting 84-year-old John Miller last week. Again, Miller is being held on a $1 million bond. No word on when he'll appear in court again. In Menominee, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
Grace, thank you.
A Toma man is charged in a fatal crash. It happened last week on County Highway A, west of County Highway T. Monroe County sheriffs say 39-year-old Christopher Cattle was heading east when his SUV crossed into the westbound lane and hit a car. The car's driver, David Wilcox, was killed in the crash. A passenger in Wilcox's vehicle was hurt and hospitalized. Sheriffs believe Cattle was under the influence of drugs at the time. He's facing first-degree reckless homicide charges.
A Waniwak woman struck by a vehicle on Friday has died. Police say 82-year-old Verona Bliss was walking in a marked crosswalk on Washington Street when she was hit. The driver stopped and called 911, and Bliss was taken to a local hospital, but later died from her injuries. The cause of the crash remains under investigation.
Yeah, we had a typical breezy conditions to start off the Veterans Day, but all in all, it turned out to be pretty nice condition-wide with temperatures. That's where we should be. The average temperatures really in the 40s and overnight lows in the 20s. Now today, we were a little bit above that, and these highs actually were closer to probably midnight when that front came through and the winds kind of picked up and we kind of climbed back up, didn't recover all the way well. So a lot of these temperatures are closer to probably midnight, but overall, just a few degrees above average. So mild conditions continue, but it did feel a little bit colder this morning with the wind. That wind will not be a story this evening. Very light winds out there. Temperatures dropping back down to the low 30s. Very typical temperatures to see for the first part of for November. In Eau Claire, similar story, getting back down to 30 degrees with calm winds, clear skies, and really pleasant conditions. Overnight, temperatures will get back to where we should be, really into the 20s with some lower 20s, maybe some upper teens in some of the colder locations. There won't be much wind, but it will be, once again, kind of chilly. We haven't been used to much of these temperatures for the most part. Area-wide cloud cover has pretty much pushed to the northeast, and the next system is well off to the west coast, and that'll be approaching us, but not until Wednesday. So we got some dry conditions to contend with for Tuesday before we do have some midweek rain chances coming in. We'll kind of explain that and say what the temperatures look like through the rest of the week if we continue with these mild temperatures or we go back to where we should be a bit later in the broadcast.
All right. Thanks, Greg.
Wisconsin Supreme Court today heard a case that could decide abortion rights here. State Attorney General Josh Kaul defended the 1849 law that doesn't ban consensual abortions. The case was filed after Roe v. Wade was overturned. Abortion rights advocates are optimistic about their chances. The court currently has a liberal majority. Here's what one justice told the attorney fighting for the ban.
I fear that what you are asking this court to do is to sign the death warrants of women and children and pregnant people in this state, because under your interpretation, they could all be denied life-saving medical care.
Now, no word on when a decision could be made.
The La Crosse County Board of Canvassers met today to certify the results of the 2024 election. These canvassers verify that the number of voters matched the number of ballots cast, and they ensure nothing out of the ordinary occurred in polling places. One board member says this canvass can give voters confidence that their ballot was counted.
The canvassing of this is just to make sure everyone who casts a ballot, that ballot is counted, and that people can believe that the elections are safe, secure. When you cast your ballot, that your ballot's actually counted.
La Crosse County saw over 72,000 ballots cast in this year's election.
A project providing critical home repair assistance to the Hmong population was celebrated today. The city of La Crosse held an awards ceremony to celebrate the Ka Che project run by Kiashia Incorporated. The project provides home repair assistance and other resources to Hmong homeowners, making the process accessible to those who might face language barrier difficulties or lack the resources to make repairs.
I think that, even without this recognition, we will still do it. And get folks connected, because I think that's what the community needs too, right? And what we center is like the community.
The project received recognition from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development.
Couple of traffic alerts to tell you about. The first one is by the Mayo Clinic in Onalaska. There's closures on Theater Road between East Main and Midwest Drive. You can still access the clinic from the north. That work should wrap up by late Friday afternoon.
And La Crosse Street will be closed from 2nd to 3rd Street. There will be a detour going from State Street to 4th. The closure is for utility work, and that closure lasts until the 22nd.
Progress for all in the classroom.
Our top-notch teachers' approach to physical education up next.
We've done many, many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. Why wait until Black Friday for big savings? At Wesco and Sparta, it's Black November. Get break-down the door savings on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and flooring. Save even more with coupon savings of $25 to $100. Buy one item, use one coupon. Buy 10 items, use 10 coupons. Wesco and Sparta, where white glove delivery and setup are always free. Tell them Peyton sent you.
Does your child have sleep disorders, ADHD, ADD, speech issues, or mouth breathing? These are a few symptoms of a myofunctional disorder. If left untreated, it can cause disrupted sleep, TMJ pain, snoring, and other health problems. At Allen Dental, our myofunctional therapist will develop a plan to retrain the face, mouth, and throat muscles, leading to better sleep, mouth alignment, and nasal breathing, which has so many benefits for overall health. Contact Allen Dental today to schedule your appointment.
Your home, a place of comfort and safety, could be trying to tell you something. Interior cracks, sloping floors, hard to open doors and windows are all signals of foundation failure that you can't ignore. Choose American Waterworks.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
Taco John's queso is so good you could drink it. But why drink it when there's a whole menu to dip and drizzle with this creamy 3-cheese and hatch chili blend? Forget it. Get me a straw. The ultimate queso takeover, only at Taco John's.
Your journey to wellness begins at Vernon Memorial Healthcare, where excellence in orthopedic care is a reality. From initial consultation to post-operative recovery, every step of the way is tailored to you. The numerous awards for orthopedic services are a testament to our entire team's skill and dedication. Your path to wellness is paved with our unwavering support and expertise. Trust us for a brighter, more active tomorrow. Vernon Memorial Healthcare.
Maxwell White celebrates servicing the La Crosse Coulee region for 30 years. Much has changed, but not our commitment to you, providing local, honest, and quality plumbing repairs and solutions. That's Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
Top Notch Teacher is sponsored by Viterbo University and Dahl Honda.
Local physical education teachers can lay the groundwork for years of healthy lifestyle habits. Over in the Westby Area District, one PE teacher is going the extra mile to inspire physical and social health for students of all abilities.
There's no shortage of smiles in Stephanie Fensel's classroom. Fensel is in her 4th year teaching unified physical education for grades 6 through 10 in the Westby area.
It's made up of students with disabilities, learning right alongside their peers without disabilities.
The idea is to build a supportive environment so kids of all abilities can learn fun ways to stay active, whether it's jumping rope or throwing a frisbee.
This is the product of a lot of staff, administration, and just these incredible students that we have being able to make this class a success.
But it's not just physical education that Fensel focuses on.
We also want kids to know the value of relationships and friendship, which is part of this class. We take time to get to know each other. We take time to learn and laugh together.
And it works. Colleagues who see the class for the first time are blown away.
Mrs. Fensel deserves this award more than anyone because of her dedication to students.
And Fensel's student teacher says she has the ultimate mentor.
I just see myself being a teacher just like her, just how she runs her classroom, her structure, and the biggest part is how much the students love her. So every time when they come to class, they're so excited to see her, and I want to be that for students.
An inspiring presence for students and coworkers alike. But for Fensel, she's the one being inspired every day.
Our kids are so much fun to work with. Everybody shows so much kindness and empathy and care for one another. I am the lucky one because I get to be part of it with them.
And if you have a teacher you believe is top-notch, you can nominate them for this segment. Just head to news8000.com and click Top Notch Teacher under the Features tab. Still to come, honoring veterans and their service. One veteran shares his story at a local high school.
We had some rain this weekend. We have some more coming up midweek, but in the meantime, we still got some dry conditions to get through Tuesday. What kind of timeout will the temperatures look like and when the precipitation should occur on Wednesday? That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
At Ashley, it's not just Black Friday. It's the Ashley stain-resistant fabric Where Have You Been All My Life Black Friday event. But don't wait. It's also the Ashley You Can Save Up to $1,000 store-wide Black Friday event.
It's so cold. I guess I should have called G&T Heating before the furnace went bad. Quite silly, really, with all the things that can go bad with a furnace. Plug vent, rust buildup, dirty flame sensor, the filter. Should have called G&T sooner.
My fingers are freezing. They're numb.
Oh, take my extra pair of gloves.
Extra gloves?
Save on your next project at Menards. Upgrade your home with Tarkett flooring. We carry durable laminate flooring, easy to install sheet vinyl, and waterproof vinyl plank. Get IntegraCore vinyl plank flooring for $239 per square foot after rebate. We offer the lowest prices on the largest in-stock appliance selection. Discover the Criterion Advantage with this washer dryer pair with features like 8 dynamic preset cycles. Get this Criterion washer or dryer for $444.99 after an 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Hey, babe, what's a 5-letter word that starts with PH and ends with NE? Clue is get 4 of these for free with 4 lines for $90 a month at US Cellular.
James, have you tried the 4 free phone flakes? I love these free phone flakes.
Hey, Dad, 4 free phones.
Each serving has 4 free phones.
4 free phones?
Thanks.
Oh.
They're right behind me, aren't they? Choose 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month. No trade-in needed. US Cellular.
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks unlimited possibilities to bring you closer to the people and places you love. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy of adventures. And with the fastest, most reliable internet, you're always front row to the entertainment you love, no matter where you are. Get Spectrum Internet Premier for $30 per month when bundled plus a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-833-440-0029. Spectrum Internet puts streaming live TV, sports, and popular apps all at your fingertips.
At Ashley, it's not just Black Friday. It's the Ashley Mommy Needs This More Than Anything Else in the World Black Friday event. But don't wait, because it's also the Ashley You Can Get 0% interest for 72 months Black Friday event.
CFC High School honored veterans in a ceremony this morning.
Yeah, retired Master Sergeant Brian Eish was the guest speaker and spoke about his service, including being shot 3 times saving an Afghan policeman. Eish says that by telling one story is essential to educating future generations.
You know, I want them to hear a real story from a real person, and hopefully it resonates. And you know, we're going to bring up the next generation, but then the older generation that's sitting there too is hearing it.
The Purple Heart recipients' visit ended with a special flag ceremony featuring the school's band and choir.
Well, it was a beautiful Veterans Day today.
Oh, it was excellent.
Didn't you say?
Yeah, good way to kick off the week for sure. Now, will it stay this way? Will mild continue to be the name of the game, Greg?
I think it will. Actually, mild conditions look like to extend all the way through this week. Maybe next week a little bit of a change, but if you like the 50s, we got more of it coming. The weekend rain that we had pretty much ended up like kind of what we expected. A lot of this is just a ½ inch or less. A few spots get close to an inch, but most areas were a quarter of a less, and they came Saturday afternoon, but I think most of everyone saw rain come Sunday morning. Now, the system coming up later this week is going to be very similar in nature and amount, so that's what we're expecting. But in the meantime, still got clear and colder tonight, although temperatures will be kind of where we should be. Sunny and more seasonable conditions tomorrow, maybe a little bit more breezy in the afternoon as another system gets close. Dry Wednesday morning, the commute should not be a factor. Even noon looks kind of dry right now too. I think it's in the afternoon that we'll have a line of showers or some light rain continue to come across the area, and once again amounts very similar to this weekend too. But for tomorrow, a lot of sun out there, really nice November type day here. Upper 40s to near 50, and you see the wind out of the southeast that will begin to pick up, especially for west of the Mississippi as we go into the afternoon hours. Now we go for Wednesday. The showers come in the afternoon, so the morning's not impacted. Temperatures probably hold steady given the more cloud cover. Mid to upper 40s pretty much area wide. There could be a few spots that hit the 50-degree mark. Now it will be much more milder going into Wednesday morning given the more cloud cover, so it'll be more in the 30s to maybe even near 40 given that. Now the system out to the west, pretty impressive one that's hammering in pretty good, but it is going to fall apart, kind of get stretched as it goes across the plain. So when it gets here, it's not going to be that impressive with the amount of rainfall that we see. And by the time we get to like Wednesday morning, begin to see some of that rain out to the west begin to approach. A line kind of rotates around the low, which is in Nebraska. And by the afternoon, we have this line come through. What's left of it will come through and provide a little bit of showers. And I think the increase in activity will happen more Wednesday late evening through early Thursday as it wraps around, and that gives you a little bit more precipitation, or at least more chances to see steady rainfall going into Wednesday night. The good news for the morning commute for Thursday, it should be to the east. We shouldn't see any precipitation, actually clearing skies going to Thursday morning with a north wind. Dry conditions continue Thursday and Friday. So precipitation-wise, Wednesday afternoon, the evening commute could be impacted. Some activities could be impacted. But then I think really the steadier rainfall or the better chance comes later in the evening. And once again, amounts, as I mentioned before, not going to be that much as we go throughout. There we go, amounts kind of skipped across. Basically around a quarter of an inch or less. We could see a little bit higher amounts, but right now the confidence is more to the west of the area that'll see maybe up to a ½ inch or more. But light rain amounts, but yet we'll still see some rain. The weekend, overall, we have another system coming. It looks dry right now, but it is going to come through with a lot more cloud cover. It's limited in moisture, so chances for rain look very slim, but I think we'll keep an eye to see if that changes. But it won't really matter with the temperatures overall because we're going to get more mild, especially towards the end of the week. Upper 50s potentially in La Crosse area. Then towards the weekend, could be a rain chance right now, very low, but I think it'll remain cloudy and dry, especially Saturday. And then things get more interesting as we go into next week because it seems like a series of storms could come through, could come south. That could bring maybe a touch of the white stuff to some of the areas depending on how things play out, which we haven't seen yet too. But in the meantime, enjoy the mild conditions, really. We continue with really nice conditions for November.
All right.
And happy Veterans Day to you too. Thank you for your service in the Army and as our weatherman.
That's right. And coming up next in sports, we're on to the state semifinals. Logan Rangers have made it to the top 4. You'll hear from the team after last week's thrilling victory. Cade is next.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
One of the things that I found very helpful was with the education that Tom provided me to help me understand the role that each unit played in helping to maintain good water quality.
One of the biggest mistakes you can make when shopping for a car is committing to a loan payment. Once you do that, you've lost control over the entire transaction. Control over the price of the car, what you're gonna get in trade, maybe even your interest rate. So if you want someone to help you along with this transaction, give me a call or one of my great loan officers.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union. How do you measure? We're gonna be late. Measure a year. How about
Come on, guys, smile. Hi, Mom.
Guess who's home? Okay, everyone smile.
One of the things that I found very helpful was with the education that Tom provided me to help me understand the role that each unit played in helping to maintain good water quality.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
We entered last week with just 3 area high school football teams still alive in the playoffs, and 1 week later, all 3 teams still remain. It wasn't easy for everyone as a couple of the games came right down to the wire, including the Logan Rangers, who took down top seed Medford in a thriller. The Rangers have been in a bunch of back and forth battles this season, but maybe none closer than last Friday. Logan trailed 43-48, but with 20 seconds left on the clock, Bradley Check went to the air and found Maxime Roberts for the touchdown. The Rangers held on to win 51-48 and advanced to the state semifinals for just the 2nd time in school history. It was a total team effort, but the captain, Bradley Check, would finish the game with 470 total yards and 6 total touchdowns, but none of them were as important as the game winner.
Do or die. I mean, it's kind of like the emphasis on our season. That was it right there. You either score or you go home, and we knew we had to go get it done, and we got it done.
Now Logan will turn their attention to Notre Dame Academy for the semifinals, a team that's 12-0 on the year and averages 38 points per game.
They have a huge offensive line and a great tailback, and they run the eye, and they're going to give him the ball. He's got over 2,000 yards. We're going to have to slash and make some things happen on the D line here this week and get them slowed down.
It'll be the Rangers versus the Tritons Friday night at Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln for a spot in the Division III state championship. Down a level in Division IV, the Aquinas Blue Goals are coming off of a thriller of their own last week, trailing Columbus Catholic by 2 scores in the 4th quarter, but the Blue Goals would score twice in the final minutes of the game. That included an onside kick recovery. Aquinas survived 29-28 as they got revenge against a team that handed them their only loss on the year. That very well could have been their toughest opponent on the season, but that doesn't mean the next game is even more important. Aquinas will take on Racine St. Catharines in Division IV semifinals. This one's being played at Madison La Follette. 143-0. That's Prairie du Chine's record over score differential over the last 3 games. The Prairie du Chine Blackhawks have outscored their opponents 143-0, and they have yet to give up a point on the defensive side of the ball. They've got the future Indiana Hoosier Blake Thierry on the offensive side, and it's a complete team, but now they've got their toughest test of the year. Prairie will take on Stratford, who's the defending Division VI champion. The Blackhawks looking to make their first state title game since 1988. This one's being played at the Wisconsin Dells. Big time football, guys.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any better than this.
I know, and all those games, I mean, another blowout for Prairie du Chine, but those 2 others last week really came down to like those final possessions.
It was, and all those teams were deserving to be there. You know when those games are that close, It just means more.
No, there's more magic in the month of November for sure.
Got it. You feel it out there on the field.
Yes.
I feel it in here.
We'll keep the runs going. 3 for 3 again. Let's hope for it.
I know. Let's get 3 teams in the finals. Let's do
Love
it.
it.
All right. We'll have one more look at the weather when we come back.
Chart your career with a fabricator position at Chart Industries. Starting wage up to $30 per hour with no experience necessary. Excellent pay and awesome benefits. Apply now at jobs.chartindustries.com.
I'm Steve from Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions. If you see discoloration or damaged wood here, that can mean rotted materials here. Cheap repairs or inserts can cause bigger problems fast. You need a trusted window company to replace the window and fix the surrounding materials correctly. Our team will complete our Weather Guardian 15-step installation process on every job to ensure your home and family are safe before we leave. Call now to get up to 20% off or 60 months interest-free financing. Choose Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions or something less.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
The holidays, and holiday trips, and holiday toys, and holiday bonding. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
Find your red tag. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $3,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit HometownChevy.com.
Chart your career with a fabricator position at Chart Industries. Starting wage up to $30 per hour with no experience necessary. Excellent pay and awesome benefits. Apply now at jobs.chartindustries.com.
All right, Emily mentioned, yeah, that is Afghanistan. I was supporting over there. That was almost 21 years ago to the date when I went over there, so quite a long time ago, but fun times over there. Did sport in the Army with the weather going on. Otherwise, we have dry conditions, but rain does come back in, but not till Wednesday afternoon and remaining mild. It's a good story.
All right. Thank you all for joining us.
We'll see you at 10.